What's up, everybody? We've got the regional experience off of everybody. We have Coach Jen, Coach Linda, Coach Eugene. Jen, where are you coaching? What's your home studio?
Dublin.
Linda?
Hilliard.
New Albany.
New Albany. Okay, so we're going to talk about our crew row. So crew row, who wants to go? Why is it important?
Oh, I love it because it forces people to slow down and see that they can still be powerful going slow. I like it for that reason.
I love it because you can nominate someone who doesn't think they can be a crew leader, and that person can be super successful with a little bit of extra coaching to be that crew leader. They might be a little bit hesitant at first, but you can bring them up and make them feel empowered.
If you find as a coach you think that the crew row is long and slow for you as a coach, or maybe you're not a strong row coacher, you can definitely coach to different stroke rates. Change up those stroke rates as you feel as though, all right, cool, this person's dying, so I'm going to nominate person B, and we're going to slow it down for that person. Not for that person. We're not saying we're slowing it down for Jill over here. We're going to
Definitely say that over the mic.
we're going to say, hey, Jake is a great rower. He rows a lot at about 22 strokes per minute. Jake, I want you to take over here when we cue the treads into this next interval.
I guess here's an even better question. When you look for someone to nominate, are there something that you're looking for? Is it attitude? Is it ability? Is it?
If it's a small group, I want everybody to be
Yes.
involved. I want everybody to be a leader. If it's a large group, make sure you know who's coming into class as they're being assigned their stations ahead of time. You need to check that list and make sure your good rowers are center of the room. You're moving them today. You're letting them know, giving them a heads up that they're going to be a crew rower in today's class. If it's a large group, that's kind of where I'm looking.
It's hard to have one on either end. If you're on 1 or 12 or 13 to be the crew row, because everybody's kind of turning their head trying to figure that out. So I like Eugene's. Put them in the center so they can be that focal point and everybody can see from there.
Definitely look for my strongest rowers, my rowers with the best form, to be my initial crew leaders.
Yes.
That way, those that are going to struggle a little bit with their form, even especially in that small group, they'll have the opportunity to lead, but they've been able to practice their form for maybe even 2-3 minutes before they're tapped to be the leader. One of the great strategies that I've used is, all right, maybe Eugene is on the end and he's our crew leader. I'm next to him. All right, Linda's going to match Eugene. Jen, now you match Linda. Now, Jake, you're going to match Jen. And you go down the line and you get each other in sync. So then you're kind of each responsible for staying in sync with that person next to you. But now you're not trying to follow Eugene. You're trying to follow Jen, who's following me, who is following Eugene. And if we get everybody in a line, then they'll all be in motion.
You cue them in just as to what that stroke rate is.
Yeah. Oh,
Our
absolutely.
leaders at 23 strokes per minute. That way, someone down at the end, if they can't see them, if everyone's
Kind of
in
slowing
rhythm
in.
together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
23. Everyone's at 23 together. There we go.
And with the 23, be aware that Eugene's 23 is going to look different than someone who's 6 foot's 23 is going to look.
Right.
So your stroke rate may vary a little bit. Eugene's going to hover right around that 23. Eugene, your goal is to try and keep it within +1 or +1, -1 of that strokes.
I also like it as I'm getting different people, like Eugene said, if it's a small class, I'm getting different people. I'm going to say, hey, Carol's taking over. Bob's now taking over. Guys, this is Bob. So I'm introducing people. I'm helping people learn each other's names that maybe don't know each other's names. I think that's really important.
Yeah. I forget. I think it was Coach Jean. She had everybody look to your left, look to your right, introduce yourself. So everybody knew everybody's name. You knew the person who was next to you. Let's talk about benefits. How can a crew row benefit somebody who's brand new? This is their second weekend, third weekend.
Order.
It's just
Order.
follow, right? Just with my daughter, I just said, row with me. She'd never really rowed before. I'm like, just row with me. And that way she felt comfortable and confident with someone to follow, that she wasn't all over the place. And I think that's just the same thing. Like somebody who's new, who doesn't really know what they're doing, but I can follow Eugene. Okay, I feel more comfortable. I'm right with him. I have someone to look at. I don't know if that's right or not, but I'm going with it.
Yeah.
And then as a coach, Jen, it looks great. I know this is your 4th class in, you're really figuring down the row. Take a look, you're in the green zone, here's your wattage, and this is your base watts. That gives you as a coach the opportunity to educate and then work one-on-one. keep the same stroke rate. Now just push a little bit harder off the foot plate. See how your watts came up? You feel a little bit more uncomfortable after those 3 strokes or whatever, to try and help to educate them on how to change their rowing without necessarily changing their stroke rate.
Yeah, yeah. Let's flip it. How would a crew row, or what's something that you might need to hammer into somebody who's been doing Orange Theory for a long time, but never like really done the crew row? How can that benefit them?
Oh, I've just heard from members directly that they like being the crew captain because it makes them have to be engaged.
Yeah.
And they have to like, oh, I gotta sit up taller. You know, they have to just really be a part of it, where before they might just kind of coax through.
Yeah,
It's true.
They get to be in the spotlight. They get to show what their Orange Theory experience has brought them.
sure, sure. What do you say to maybe somebody who says it's boring, right? We've all had that one member who's just like, I hate crew rows. What would you say, Eugene? Like, oh, crew row is boring.
Good luck.
Suck it up.
Let's go.
I give
You
them a
picked the
minute,
wrong day.
minute by minute goal. Give them a goal, all right?
Yeah,
You know, you can tell who's bored because they're looking out in the parking lot. They're not
Yeah.
watching their crew leader. They're
Yeah.
watching if the car's gone by.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a dog. Yeah, a dog.
Squirrel.
So that's where it's like, all right, for the next minute, can you keep your split time within 3 seconds of where it's at? They're going to zero in on that monitor.
Give 'em
For
something
the
to focus
next
on.
for the next minute, try to find the orange zone without changing your stroke rate.
Yeah.
Drive harder off that foot plate.
That humbles
See
them
if
real
you can
quick.
do it. It gives them an engagement thing, keeps you engaged as a coach as well, especially for coaches that aren't as engaged with the rower. Get engaged on crew row day.
Just tell them they're going to lead the whole time.
You're leading for 9 minutes.
And then bring them a wipe to clean up the seat. Whoops.
when you have them go all out on the very end, do you have them still stay in line?
No,
No.
all bets are off.
All bets
Fly
are off.
free, baby.
Yep, fly
Let it
free.
go.
This last 30 seconds is for you. You've been waiting. For all of you that like to row at 30 plus, now's your time.
Yeah.
I also give them like a minute or 90 seconds. Hey, we're going to finish with an all-out effort. Do what you need to do to find recovery
Yeah,
to
I
get
agree.
ready for that. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to be in sync with Eugene and then all of a sudden now I have to go all out, and I really wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I believe Coach Leslie at Dublin, she was saying, like, if you need recovery, it's tougher than, you can lower your stroke rate down to whatever you want if it's just you. But finding your recovery at the same stroke rate is a challenge. I mean,
can
that's
be,
that's
yeah.
definitely a challenge. So, actually, one last one. I'm sorry about that.
You're good, Jake.
All right, one last one. What have you guys seen a crew row do for the community of Orange Theory? Like, what have you guys maybe seen like on crew row day?
There's a celebration afterwards.
Yeah.
They all made it together. They all
Yeah.
completed it. They all helped each other unknowingly. That's why there's mirrors in front of the treadmill. It's the exact same reason. They did it together.
It builds the community. It makes it stronger. They might be talking to somebody that they would have never talked to before.
Sure.
Especially afterwards.
Especially
yeah.
They get
afterwards.
to that wave floor and go, oh my God, stranger, I can't believe we did that.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, my name's Linda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name's John. Sorry.
And I also hate Coach Jake. I know we should have comment.
Jake is such a jerk.
Why did Jake make us row for 9 minutes today?
Okay,
Thanks, Jake.
any additional thoughts about the crew row?
Just have
Anything?
fun with it.
Yeah.
Own
Really
it.
fun.
Own it and have fun.
Own it, for sure. All right, thank you guys.
Peace out, guys.
Jen, Linda, Eugene. Later, guys.
Thanks, Jake.